Graduates, please be seated. Young men, you can feel free to remove those incredibly striking mortarboard hats. Parents, family, friends, honored guests, faculty, and graduates, welcome to Central Methodist University for what I always think of as the proudest day of this institution. This is what we do. We prepare young men and women to take their place in the world, and we are especially proud of this group that will be leaving us today. You know, commencement is a great time of celebration, but I've always wondered about that a little bit because, you know, we have come to know and love these young men and women. I think in higher education, we perhaps could be the only business in the country that celebrates the loss of its customers. But these young men and women are prepared to take their place in the world. This is a time of celebration. It's a time to celebrate their accomplishments, and it's a time to celebrate their beginning of a new phase in their life. It is fitting and appropriate as an institution related to the United Methodist Church that we begin this ceremony in prayer. So I would invite Reverend Kayla Kelly, our campus chaplain, to the podium to lead us in the invocation.
Please join me in an attitude of prayer. Almighty and loving God, you are the God who made all things in the beginning. You are the God who made all things new and clean and good through the Savior. And you are the God that has made each of our successes possible and each of our failures opportunities for growth and renewal. Holy God, you have walked alongside each of us throughout our lives and been present in ways that have gone noticed and in ways that have gone unnoticed. Thank you for your persistence, for your love, and for your grace which carries us through. You have been with these students, opening their minds and hearts as they have journeyed through their collegiate experiences, shaping each of these persons here today. Thank you. Holy Spirit, we ask you to enter this place. We ask that you fill our hearts this day, open us to the new wisdoms you bring each morning, and keep us walking in paths of peace, justice, and righteousness for your name's sake. Guide us. Walk with us this morning. Be with us today and every day. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
It is my great honor and privilege to introduce today's commencement speaker. Class, Dr. Nancy Walker Peacock once sat where you are sitting today. Her fellow graduates describe her as the smartest person they have ever met. Now that's a pretty good sized little honor there, and I have to admit, when I first came to Central Methodist and they told me that, you know, I was dubious. I mean, the world's a great big place. I'm on their team now. Your speaker today is the smartest person I have ever met. She went on to do great things after leaving Central Methodist. She is a successful oncologist in Nashville, Tennessee. I highly recommend that you read her extensive bio that's in your book. But more than just what she's done professionally, she's very active in her United Methodist Church. She is deeply involved in many charities and organizations. But most important to us, she is deeply involved at Central Methodist. She believes in you, the Central Methodist student. She's among our largest financial contributors, but even more important than that, she is among our greatest thought leaders. She is the vice chair of our Board of Trustees, and I am so thankful. She is slated to soon become the first female chair of our Board of Trustees, and it will be a great honor for me to help her lead this institution. It is also my great honor to introduce your commencement speaker, Dr. Nancy Walker Peacock.
There's nothing like setting the expectations high. You're supposed to manage the expectations to the lowest possible level, right? Here you go. Congratulations, everybody. In just about 3 weeks, we're going to celebrate the beginning of a new year, a new decade, and the beginning of most of you into the full-time workforce. I think that what you have done here today is exceptional, and I hope you were as impressed by going through the line of your professors as I was when I graduated. I think to be honored in that way by the people who have spent time teaching you is unbelievably special and something we can do here. But the world for you is really a different place than it was where I was more than 40 years ago when I graduated. In 1982, the notion of a personal computer was non-existent. Fortran was the programming language of the time, and I did not plan to learn it. I had classmates who took computing classes, and every week they made a bunch of cards with holes punched in them for the purpose of programming a computer to perform specific commands. I graduated from Central without learning that language, and I went off to the University of Missouri for medical school. I was fearless, or maybe naive, or just not very bright. I just didn't know what I didn't know, and that's a dangerous place to be. And it turns out that my lack of intro to the computer caught up to me. I was collecting data for a project, and I made some sort of mistake when I was entering that data. And so I wanted to go back and delete it, and I thought the way to do that is to format my project. So I hit format, and then this big clunky box of a computer in the lab at the University of Missouri said, "Are you sure?" A little message flashed up, and I went, "Yeah, sure, I'm sure." I wanted to go away. I deleted the hard drive, not of my data, the whole hard drive. I have never been able to shake that memory. The best outcome from that was that my major professor realized he didn't have safeguards in place to prevent catastrophic deletion of the entire computer database, not just my project. I don't even remember what the substance of the project was. It doesn't matter. It was like 35 years ago. But suffice it to say, I eventually left the state of Missouri. Fast forward 40 years, so I'm older, slower, I've raised my kids, I have most of my earning potential behind me, and because of this, because I have a slower pace, I can travel a little bit more. So my husband and I this summer, in August and September, took a trip to the Grand Canyon. It was a 14-day raft trip down the Colorado River in the Grand Canyon. Ooh, that sounds exciting, you say. We were not on the rim where you could see the majestic views and stay in a cushy national park lodge or a cabin. This was not a 3-day trip down and back, where you can just tough it out for 3 days. We took a 14-day, 14-night trip down a raft on the Colorado River, just past the Glenlevin Dam to the Wallapai Takeout. This was 226 miles in 120-degree heat. And it didn't cool off at night, because if you bake the rocks in the wall of the Grand Canyon at 120 degrees all day, they stay that hot at night. When the wind came through, it was like Scirocco. It was so hot. So for me, this was physically a really hard trip. It took all I could muster to finish it and not kill my husband. He planned it, and I thought it was a good idea. At any rate, there was really no choice but to finish. The only way out of the canyon at any place we stopped was a hike, 8 to 10 miles, straight up rock and gravel in the blazing sun, because it didn't rain one day we were there. Or to summon a helicopter, which my husband was not about to do. So I sucked it up and took it. Now, you say, why did you go if it was going to be so bad? Well, my husband loves the Grand Canyon, and I love my husband, and I loved watching him enjoy his time in that space. We were also spending time with some really good friends, and honestly, we lived for 2 weeks in one of the most unspoiled, untouched, fabulous wilderness areas in the whole world. And if you ever get a chance to go, even if you have to suffer in the heat for 2 weeks, you should do it, because you'll never see anything like it. You'll be awed, and you'll be hot if you go in the summer. But while I was there, I learned that the youngest rocks in the Grand Canyon were about 10 to 50 million years old. Now that's a pretty wide range. And the oldest rocks in the Grand Canyon were 1.5 billion years old. Billion with a B. I was amazed. I'd never spent a lot of time studying rocks. I wanted to learn about living things. But I found myself wanting to know more. Interestingly, there was never any mention of dinosaurs in this space. So pay attention here. I'm going to teach you one last thing before you leave the campus. And if you hang in there, I have a happy surprise at the end. Okay, so dinosaurs ruled the earth for 175 million years. That's how long dinosaurs were on the planet. And we think they were roaming around starting about 247 million years ago. Then, just 67 million years ago, an extinction event. Get that? Extinction event occurred. It was probably an asteroid or a comet or something that hit the planet. And what it ended up doing was killed all the tetrapods, four-legged creatures over 5 feet 5 inches tall, and most of the plant life. The life on Earth had to transform. But it seems that the majority of all the rock and sediment in southern Nevada and northern Arizona had already been laid down more than 250 million years ago, well before the dinosaurs ever came. There couldn't be any fossils in that dirt. And the canyon itself wasn't formed until the dinos were gone. So the canyon was caused by a crack in the earth and water rushing through, carving out its track, which it continues to do to this day. It's still digging, digging, digging. But there's no dinos in the Grand Canyon, none at all. I've looked this up on several sites. I had Siri help me with the math, and it's true, it works out. Now think about this. Currently on this planet, we meet members of the greatest generation, the boomers, millennials, also known as Gen Y. These are the kids born between 80 and 94, Gen X, Gen Z. These are only groups designed for marketing purposes, right? But they encompass about 120 years of history from start to finish. That's nothing compared to the entire Cenozoic era, the last 67 million years. And in our modern 120 years, technology has caused our heads to spin. We have moved from a phone wired to the wall and a television plugged into an antenna or a cable to earbuds connected on a cellular network and live computer streaming of all things entertaining. We have seen the impossible become possible, and clearly more is coming, and you're going to have to deal with it. So the integration of Digital U into your education at Central, that is using technology in the classroom for teaching and collaborating, was natural, necessary, and relevant. Nothing really that much out of the ordinary for you guys. But you should know this was an immense change for those of us who made the decision to bring this program forward. The board studied the applicability and cost. The faculty and administration studied the infrastructure and educational implementation, and all involved had to learn new digital connecting skills. I don't really know how to describe all of this electronic linkage without the descriptor digital. But here's the thing. It's an easy way to explain what we do, and yet soon we will not refer to our work or work product as digital, because everything will be digital. It will be a given. As that day comes, something new will follow. And again, that will be in your lifetime. So I have a 26-year-old son who loves to play games online. He's a business, finance, analytics kind of guy. He's currently working on his MBA at Rice. He worked for DraftKings when he was in college. He had a stint with KPMG doing IT audits, followed by a job in the finance department of a subscription game company in San Francisco. I'm still pretty certain that his gaming addiction will be his downfall. but I could be wrong here. As we look at what experts on the future have to tell us about needs in the workplace of tomorrow, those of you who have learned a collaborative, problem-solving approach to challenges, the core skills that you learn when playing these games, will be sought after for the transformative jobs. And if you're going to be a dynamic leader in the workplace, no matter your field, you're going to have to know how to integrate on a variety of platforms. The emerging platform connections you make for gaming, entertainment, and learning have moved into the workplace. And you're going to have to know how to use them and manage them for good and not for evil. Obviously, most of the changes up till now have been man-made and driven. What happens when artificial intelligence and computer learning independent of human programming starts to make the decisions? Because it's happening now. So there is an Institute for the Future, believe it or not. Ironically, it was started in 1968. Non-ironically, it was started in Palo Alto, California. And it really works to help understand future trends, to make foundational forecasts for the future that focus on global commerce, technology, food availability, the future of work, and human well-being. And much of what I learned about this, I got from reading a book by Bob Johansen, who works for the Institute for the Future. This is a real place. Anyway, his book is entitled The New Leadership Literacies, and it's definitely worth a look. If you're interested, I'll give you the reference afterwards. He discusses ways that organizations and leaders can work to forecast future trends to ensure that their organizations are ready for the changes to come. That could be at your place of work. That could be in organizations that are important to you. They look at how to use low-risk gaming spaces to work through concerns about the future. The military does a lot of this. They also use these spaces to hone leadership skills. So when you go online and you're required to do some sort of upgrade to your education, not your formal education, but your workplace education, a lot of times now you will see that these come in the form of games. It made me mad when I first saw them. I said, I'm a doctor, I don't play games. But anyway, it's apparently a very effective way of learning. The organizational charts of the future are going to look nothing like those of the past. Organizations are not going to be linear. They're going to be shape-shifting. They're going to be distributive and not run from top to bottom. But he also notes, and this is what I want you to really hear, that there are personal attributes, things that you must experience or exhibit, that are going to be required of leaders of the future. You must figure out how to be a dynamic presence even when you're not at a place in person. How do you best communicate online? Do you make a hologram of yourself? Do you email? Do you do audio? How do you best communicate online? Pay attention to that. And you also have to realize ways to keep your own personal energy high in order to transmit that energy throughout your organization. You want to be the yes person, not the no person. Now, you may be thinking that you're going to walk out of Puckett Fieldhouse, go off to your new job, earn a living, pay your taxes, of course, and celebrate the holidays with your extended families for the rest of your lives. However, I'm telling you that those of us around you see a much different future for you. You don't know what your future is going to hold, but we do. We already know that many of you will be placed into leadership roles as well as be expected to pick leaders in your communities and in your organizations. So you're going to have challenges in the future that you don't know about, but that you're prepared for. I have one last story, and this one's important. I noticed a funny thing the other night. You know, I live in Nashville, and so I like country music. I decided I was going to download Twitch. You guys know what that is? Okay, I didn't know what it was. It's an app, for those of you who don't know. You can put it on your phone or your tablet or whatever. And it allows you to find all these games that you can stream and play. And then there's these other things on Twitch. There are these, I would have called them a DJ or a VJ. Maybe you guys call them EJs. I don't know. But it's a talking head wearing earphones, and he's just jabbering on about blah, 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 kind of like me today. Except what happens is, and there's no real rhyme or reason I could tell to what he was saying. But the viewers are sending him messages back. So there's all this stuff going on. There's little emojis with happy faces or frowny faces. There's flames. There's other artifacts. There's misspelled words, abbreviations, maybe some misspelled swear words, I guess, so they don't get taken off the air. At any rate, as they were talking and I was watching all of this and trying to figure out what the heck was going on, I started to really get some shortness of breath, some chest pressure. I wasn't having an MI. My shoulders were hurting. I was feeling really, really anxious. I was like, I don't like this. And then right about this time, on my big screen, here comes Carrie and Reba and Dolly. And I felt so much better. The music made me feel better. And even if you don't like country music, you love some music. You may love art, or you may love theater, you may love comedy, or you may have some other creative and expressive outlet. Find out what it is and learn more about it and participate. Watch, listen, learn, and most importantly, pay for it so you can support it. The arts are more important than ever in this age you are headed toward. You cannot understand or relate or even communicate your best thoughts without considering the artistic expression of yourself and others through the years. So, in conclusion, I'd like to say that your challenge is going to be to understand and use technology in ways not yet imagined. Your challenge will be to know the difference between right and wrong, to discern what is harmful from what is helpful. To understand that pulling data out of unknown sources means that you must think critically about how different courses of action will affect human beings. The poor, the immigrants, the the disenfranchised, the sick, and the elderly. This will be your world. It's up to you to make it better, even in the face of the challenges of the future. Good luck and Godspeed. Now I have one more thing I told you if you hung in there till the end. So for all the graduates, you're not going to get a diploma today, but you're going to get your case for the diploma. If you take that down to Thrive Creamery, I'm going to buy you ice cream. If you don't want ice cream, I'll buy you coffee. They're keeping an old-fashioned tab, not a computer tab. So just sometime before you pack up and get out of here, the ice cream's on me. And I'm not above bribery. I've been through a lot of graduations. I've never remembered one thing the speakers have said. I do remember how they make me feel. Maya Angelou said that best, right? But we are really proud of you. I'm really happy for all of you. And know that this is a place that made a difference for you, and you will make a difference back. Thanks.
Will all the candidates for degrees please prepare for the recognition of honors and the conferring of degrees by putting on your mortarboards. Gentlemen, put on your mortarboards, please. At commencement each year, certain members of the graduating class are awarded general honors for outstanding scholastic achievement. This recognition is recorded on each student's diploma. Students with a cumulative grade point average of 3.95 and above on a 4.0 scale, 40 hours earned from CMU as of the previous semester, and who've completed all degree requirements graduate summa cum laude. Students who have cumulative GPAs of 3.8 and above graduate magna cum laude. And students with GPAs of 3.7 and above graduate cum laude. These students are also distinguished today by wearing cords on their gowns: gold and green for summa cum laude, silver and green for magna cum laude, and black and green for cum laude. Will students graduating with honors please stand as your names are called and remain standing until all are recognized. Please wait until all names are read before applauding. I'm reading these names in rank order. Summa cum laude, Andrea De Simone, Catherine Hazel Dovin, Mackenzie Lynn Struthers, Taylor Marie Schulin, Haley Nicole Thomas, Kaylee Teese, Emily Beth Swift, magna cum laude, Amber Clement, Taylor Marie Ellebrocht, Victoria Elizabeth Schley, Mallory Ann Lyons, Ashley Elizabeth Atherton, Race Lee Kendrick, Mariah Faith Ariza, Alyssa Rianne Lackey, Josiah Thomas Key, Brandon Payton, Madeline Rachel Stodgel, Joseph Thomas Gilmore, Julie Renee Thomas, Brittany Danielle Caston, Heidi Marie Truner, Yelena Vosick, Lane Michael Johnson, Michelle Ann Wolfert, Sydney Morgan Bird, Marissa K. Leonard, Cody Lynn Harmon, Anne Renee Reynolds, Jamie Nicole Deeknight, cum laude, Savannah Brooks Shields, Sydney Morgan Bird, Lane Wyatt Crump, Brittany Nicole Redmond, Logan Garrett Lindsay, Amanda Jeanette Hope, Delaney Addison Stack, Natalia Rose Maynard, Kelsey Nicole Rufner, Caitlin Michelle Thomas, Pamela Gail Davis, Kaylee Michelle James, Molly Suzanne Williams, Rachel Michelle Mason, Caitlin Nicole Tyree, and Chelsea Ann Kempker. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our general honors graduates. I would now like to invite Dr. Richard Bradley to come to the podium to recognize our program honors graduates. Dr. Bradley.
Honors in the major field are awarded to students who successfully complete the requirements for the honors program, including successful defense of an honors thesis in their major field of study. The honors thesis defense is a public defense open to all students, staff, and faculty of this university, and before each defense, a copy of the thesis is placed on reserve at the library. The names of these students and the titles of their theses are printed in your program. At this juncture, I would like to call these students to come to the stage. When I call your name, please bring your parents and your thesis advisor. The first of these students is Ashley Atherton, and she was supervised by Professor Dudenhofer.
Ashley's thesis was entitled A Timeline of Society's Influence on Library Organization, 600 BC to Modern Day. I've had the pleasure of working with Ashley through Honors Perspectives courses, where she was a creative, I don't even know what else to say, wonderful communicator who took to those different kinds of classes very well. She also performed an internship in the library, planned out activities for National Library Week, and worked with children of all ages and her peers at the college. Ashley is a curious, wonderful, intelligent woman, and I can't wait to be her colleague.
Okay, guys. The next is Katie Dovan, and she was supervised by Professor Thurman.
Hi. Katie's one of those exceptional students that we all hate to lose. She came to us, she had a semester at Mizzou and was disenchanted. And she came to me and she wanted to be marine biology, which is great. And she came at a time we had like 14 majors. And I think she found a home. We're all very close, and Katie's exception that way. And she's really a big reason we've grown from her time at 14. We now have 40 marine biology majors. And a lot of it is due to Katie and her group being so engaging and wonderful and helpful, even to me. I rely on her a lot. She helps organize me. Sometimes I need it. And I'll miss her. Her research was on sea turtles. She worked with a group in Florida, and she helped to rehab, and even diagnostically, she did like necropsies and such, helping to understand certain disease pathways in turtles. And it was a really great project for her. She got a lot of experience, and those type of things that help take you down the road. So I can't say enough good things. Katie is I'm going to miss her. She's wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are our 2019 Honors Program graduates. One last round of applause.
Will the student who is graduating with the degree Master of Education please rise? President Drake, I present this student to you. He has indicated that he's completed all of his degree requirements. They have been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees. I present him to you so that we may appropriately recognize him.
This seems like a lot for just one student. But considering the student, it's actually fitting. By the power and authority vested in me by the state of Missouri and the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you this honor with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto.
Parker Quinn Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Master of Education graduate. Will the students who are graduating with the degree Master of Science in Mathematics please rise? Dr. Drake, these students have completed or will complete all degree requirements of Central Methodist University. They've been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I present them to you so that you may appropriately recognize them.
By the power and authority vested in me by the state of Missouri and the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Mathematics with all the rights, privileges, and opportunities appertaining thereunto.
Please present yourselves for recognition.
Emily Ann Hennis. Kristen O'Haro. Julia Elizabeth Weber.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Master of Science in Mathematics graduates. Will the students who are graduating the degree Master of Science in Nursing please rise? President Drake, These students have completed or will complete all degree requirements of Central Methodist University. They've been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I present them to you so that you may appropriately recognize them.
By the power and authority vested in me by the State of Missouri and the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Nursing with all the rights, privileges, and opportunities therein.
Please present yourselves for recognition.
Molly McCrae Beatty. Anna Ruth Blackford. Jade Yvonne Bird. Philip Gavin Glashinsky. Ashley Jean McIntyre. Velvet Ann Mears. Amanda Marie Tivoli.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are our Master of Science in Nursing graduates. Will the candidates who are graduating with the baccalaureate degree please rise? President Drake, these students have completed or will complete all of the degree requirements of Central Methodist University. They've been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I am pleased to present them to you so you may confer upon them their appropriate baccalaureate degree.
By the power and authority vested in me by the State of Missouri and the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate baccalaureate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto.
Students, at the direction of the marshal, please present yourselves. Kind of as the rows go through, you can sit and then watch, and then get up.
Jordan Patricia Ahold. Rachel Alexander. Brooke Alley. Mariah Faith Ariza, magna cum laude. Santana Marie Aarons. There's too much to read. Ashley Elizabeth Atherton, honors in the major, magna cum laude. Sabrina Marie Beach. Timothy Eugene Beasley. Dana Lynn Berge. Jesse Wyatt Bird. Savannah Ray Bonilla. Tiffany Ann Bryant. Sierra Ann Beesting. Bailey James Buxton. Sydney Morgan Bird, cum laude. Charity Lene Carter. Natasha Nicole Childs. Caitlin Marie Coe. Anna Kimberlyn Caldwell. Jesse Hart Corcoran. Lane Wyatt Crump, cum laude. Thank you. Kelsey Marie D'Amico. Emily Datine. Andrea Di Simone, summa cum laude, will be playing for the national championship in soccer tonight. Sorry. Catherine Hazel Doven, honors in the major, summa cum laude. Mary Rochelle Dinda. Taylor Marie Ellebrock, magna cum laude. Echo Elizabeth Essick. Melanie Evans. Amanda Carlene Flores. Amber Nicole Ford. Jessica Lauren Ford. Nicholas Lane Fortag. Blake Griffin Freevert. Their videotaping. America M. Garcia. Matthew Scott Gargas. Macy Elizabeth Gassner. Grant Christopher Hamilton. Kevin Russell Hatch. Austin Troy Hickerson. Garrett Lynn Hinton. Melissa Patrice Holloway. Blake Aaron Huggins. Rebecca Elizabeth Jaquin. Kaylee Michelle James, cum laude. Macy Nicole Jarvis. Kaylin Dewan Johnson. Josiah Thomas Key, magna cum laude. Shay Keller. Chelsea Ann Kempker, cum laude. Race Lee Kendrick, magna cum laude. Krista Jill Kirkendall. Jenna Dawn Kenzel. Alyssa Ryan Lackey, magna cum laude. Caitlin Leanne Landris. Jordan Alexander Lane. Marissa K. Leonard, magna cum laude. Logan Garrett Lindsay, cum laude. Shelby Nicole Lukasek. Raina M. Lynch. Mallory Ann Lyons, magna cum laude. Claire Faith McGee. Kayla Annette Masters. Keela Dolores Grace Mayberry. Casey Nicole McCullough. Chastity Kane Medley. Amber Dawn Miles. Chance Andrew Moore. Jason Tyler Needham. Edward Nunez Beltre. Molly May Ormsby. Brianna Loy Peck. Connie Ann Pedrino. Kyler Jordan Perry. Samantha Glenn Reed. Gregory Eugene Ryman. Anne Renee Reynolds, magna cum laude. Charles Eugene Roller. Kelsey Nicole Rufiner, cum laude. Nathaniel Matthew Sater. Rachel Marie Shar. Cody James Scheibe. Aubrey Scott. McLaren Sage Senor.
I've heard your name a lot.
Stevie Ann Sherrard. Kelsey Anita Singleton. Destiny Michelle Smith. Delaney Addison Stack, cum laude. Brooke Danielle Stakely. Madeline Rachel Stodgel, magna cum laude. Haley Nicole Strootman. Mackenzie Lynn Strother, summa cum laude. Emily Beth Swift, summa cum laude. Kaylee B. Thies, summa cum laude. Julie Renee Thomas, magna cum laude. Heidi Marie Troiner, magna cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Tyree, cum laude. Jeffrey Lee Vaughn. Carolyn Mary Vogel. Olivia Andrea Wagner. Miles Anthony Wallace. Gabriel Rose Ware. Angela Marie Welch. Alisa Beth White. Jessica Weberg. Katie Lauren Wiggins. Leah Anne Marie Williams, excuse me. Almost made it. Molly Suzanne Williams, cum laude.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are our baccalaureate graduates. Will the candidates who are graduating with the associate degree please rise? There he is. Woo! President Drake, this student has completed all of his degree requirements of Central Methodist University. He has been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I am pleased to present him to you so that you may appropriately confer upon him the appropriate degree.
By the power and authority vested in me by the State of Missouri and the Central Methodist University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate associate's degree with all the rights, privileges, and opportunities therein.
Please present yourself to be recognized.
Dakota William Heckman.
Ladies and gentlemen, the associate degree graduate. While he's walking back, will all graduates please rise? To signify your graduation, please now move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present to you the Central Methodist University December graduates of the academic year 2019. Woo!
Students, you should turn around. Graduates, you should turn around and see what your family is doing for you. Graduates, you have worked hard. You have done your best. You have accomplished a great deal, and I don't want to take anything away from you. But at the same time, this large room is filled with people that have supported you through this journey and along the way. Even at the end, on your great day of recognition, your friends, your family, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, for many of you, wives or husband and children, have given sacrificially so that you can be where you are today. Graduates, would you please turn and show your appreciation to the many people that have helped you get where you are today? And graduates, there is another extremely talented group of people that the way these ceremonies tend to go seem to get short shrift for the amazing contribution that they have provided to you folks along your educational path. I am firmly convinced that there is no more talented group than the Central Methodist University faculty. Students, would you please turn and give your appreciation to the most talented faculty you will ever have, no matter where you go in your career, the Central Methodist University faculty. Thank you. Graduates, you may be seated. Well, you graduated from Central Methodist today, but you have graduated into another elite group of 8,000 or so individuals. And to welcome you to that group, it's my honor to introduce the president of the Central Methodist Alumni Association, Ms. Laura Blair.
Thank you. Dr. Drake is always such a tough act to follow, but well done, each of you. Achieving your degree is a big deal. You should be very proud of yourselves, whether you graduated with honors and at the top of your class, or like some of us, maybe a little further down on the GPA scale. Take a moment to bask in the glory of this moment, because you worked very hard for it. So now you have to figure out what's next. I don't have the answer for that, but I do have a few little next steps that you can take now as you graduate. Now, I'm here to welcome you to the family of CMU alumni, whether you were a non-traditional student from a CGIS campus, a nurse returning to complete your BSN in your mid-career, or you spent all your time on this campus. You are now a part of the Central Methodist Alumni Association. And the best part, membership is free. Figured you could use something free about now, right? Now you can connect with your fellow alumni through social media, keep your information current at the college, and tell us about what you're doing through the CMU website and the Alumni Association. Join in alumni activities, come back for homecoming, and many, many more ways. We encourage our alumni to support, mentor, network, and socialize with each other because, well, we're all pretty awesome people, right? So now, if you haven't already, take advantage of the Career Center. Nicolette and team have amazing resources to help you find your next steps. Now, you can begin to pay it forward. If you've benefited from a scholarship, from your education, or from your experience at CMU, consider paying it forward in kind. Donate to the scholarship fund. $5 a month can have a big impact. Recommend CMU to someone looking for a great education experience, or just go out into the world and do good. Whatever you can do, do that. Now, it's time for me to stop talking so you guys can go and celebrate with your friends and family. Congratulations, graduates, and on behalf of the CMU Alumni Association, we welcome you.
As we come to the close of today's ceremony, we'd invite you to sing along with us. The words are printed in your program. Please join with us in singing the Central Methodist University alma mater. It will be led by student Corey Bryan.
Soars upon the winds of college memories. Again our
Please join me in a word of prayer. Loving God, creator and author of each of our lives, thank you for this opportunity to celebrate the lives and accomplishments of each of these graduates. Thank you for their families and friends and the many mentors and allies that have brought him here, and for your abundant grace that carries each of us forward in ways we may never fully understand or appreciate. Continue to journey with these graduates now as they leave this place and begin the next adventure you have brought before them. Help each of us to take what we have learned in this place and use it for good in your world, Creator. We ask that you continue to cast your extraordinary love on us, on our families, and on each of the communities we will go out to from here. Guide our feet, guide our hands, guide our work, O God. And now receive this benediction. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen.